You guys complained, and here is a new video. Hello guys, Photon Blaze here, and I have made yet another video about the Smash Bros characters I want to see, with commentary and explaining just like you asked. Also top 5 just narrow it down, which made it hard to choose characters. And yeah, let's get started. So number 5 is Dylan. Dylan, an armadillo, is a western ranger charged with protecting villagers from nightly invasions of walking rock monsters called Grox. He stars in a top hit eShop game called Dylan's Rolling Western. Now, I know what you're thinking, he rolls a lot, right? Wouldn't he be a Sonic clone? Well, no. He has those claws, and I think that could make some interesting, unique combos. He can roll around in Slash 2. His final smash could have 2 giant towers rise up on both sides of the screen and begin firing at the opponents, and Dylan can move around during this duration. Alright, so number 4 is Lucinda. Lucinda is the daughter of Chrom from the future and has the mark of Naga, known as the brand of the Exalt, on her left eye. She is a kind and determined princess with a strong sense of justice who believes that saving the world is her mission. She loves her father dearly and is always worrying over him. They need more female characters, and I think Lucinda could fit in, with Fire Emblem Awakening being the newest Fire Emblem game. You know, Ike kind of getting old, so with a certain percentage that Chrom will replace Ike in the new Smash Bros, Lucinda could join. She could slash with her parallel falchion. She can't use magic, but she could have a moveset similar to Marth's and Chrom's. As for a final smash, I don't honestly have an idea, so I'll let you guys decide on that.
3.
Alright, so number 5 is actually 2 characters because they're kind of tied, like I can't decide on which one should join, and they are Magnus and or Hades. Magnus is the strongest of the human race and a master swordsman. Hades is the true lord of the underworld and can be considered the main antagonist of the whole Kid Icarus series. I have no clue about a moveset for these two, but Kid Icarus is one of the classic Nintendo games, and there is only one representative for that game, which is the main character, Pit. So why aren't there more? Mario has like, what, 5? And, you know, I actually would support both of these characters getting in. Anyway, Magnus's final smash could be wherever Magnus is on the field, Dark Lord Gaul will be summoned to the ground at that spot, where the character will create a dark cone-shaped field, the base of which is at Gaul's feet, that has a small gravitational effect on foes, drawing them in. Simultaneously, Dark Lord Gaul will be firing small projectiles of dark energy in random directions. After a certain amount of time, the field generated will explode, damaging enemies caught in the blast. More damage the closer one is to Dark Lord Gaul, obviously, and sending them flying. More knockback the closer enemies are to Gaul. Magnus can move and attack during the duration of his attack, final smash, whatever you want to call it, in order to occupy an enemy's attention. On the other hand, Hades' final smash, projectiles begin firing from his body in random directions. Projectiles that do little damage and have no knockback and are really small, but there is a ton of them. Occasionally, slightly larger projectiles will fire that do more damage, and very rarely a laser will fire. Hades can move and attack while this happens, so it's going to be sort of like Rob's final smash from Brawl, obviously. Eventually, Hades will double over, as if in pain. At this point, dark spirits of energy will fly from Hades and seek the nearest enemy, exploding when they hit the ground or a person.
2.
Alright, so number 2 is from my previous video, where she was number 1, Terasu. Terasu is the sun goddess of all of Nippon and Okami. Her moveset could be like the image I am showing. I'm kind of lazy just to say it. And yeah. Maybe she could promote Okami HD somewhat, even though that was a game that's like so old now. Like, what is it, 2 years old? So her final smash, just like in the image, could be the Okami Amaterasu. In the Okami games, she has always held back her power yeah. So what if she tried to use all of it to become the true Okami Amaterasu? You know, I like the idea that where the down B can change her divine instrument. I love that. That's very creative, very cool thing. I like to have that.
1.
And last but not least, the moment you've been waiting for. Number 1 is... No, not Demise. Number 1 is... Ganondorf from the Wind Waker. With an HD remake just made for the Wind Waker, I think this could work. It would replace Ganondorf. Now, what you might be thinking is, or asking, is, why replace Ganondorf? It would be weird if he was a Toon and the others weren't, right? Well, there's Toon Link, and then there's a Skyward Sword-like Link, and then there is a Twilight Princess-like Link, Twilight Princess-like Zelda. So a Twilight Princess Ganondorf, for example, wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. He could use his double swords and slash with them in some pretty cool combos. Maybe his side B attack could be him guarding with his swords, and then tapping B again releases the swords and slashes forward. His final smash could be... Okay, I know this sounds very strange, but it's the best I could come up with, because, you know, he didn't really do a whole lot when you fought him. He just kind of slashed around. Okay, so he turns into Phantom Ganon. So, like I said, this is weird, so don't take it serious. He turns into Phantom Ganon from the Wind Waker, obviously, not the Ocarina of Time or anything. And he gets a whole new moveset. The final smash lasts about 20 to 30 seconds, and he can use those energy balls that he uses in the Wind Waker. So yeah, that is all. So number 5 was Dylan from Dylan's Rolling Western. Number 4 was Lucinda from Fire Emblem Awakening. Number 3 was Magnus or Hades from Kid Icarus Uprising. Number 2 was Amaterasu from Okami. And number 1 was Ganondorf from the Wind Waker. So I hope you liked this video. You must remember this is an opinion video, so you know, don't go, oh, that's a stupid moveset. Okay? Just don't. Not a good idea. Tell me what you think about my opinions. Post them in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, you know. I have a Twitter, a Facebook page, an Ask.fm, and a Twitch. I don't know why. I was just thinking there for a second. I was like, what? One of those dirt moments. Anyway, this is Photon Blaze, over and out.